Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to dive in and sketch out exactly why traditional goal setting and visualization techniques are actually secretly wiring your brain for fear and loss. If you're perpetually exhausted, constantly chasing these dreams that seem to stay just out of reach, you know what? You aren't doing it wrong. You're just trapped in linear time. Let's fix that. Let's address the elephant in the room right out of the gate. Why exactly do our visualizations fail so often? Well, it's because every single time you close your eyes and imagine a better future, you are actively programming your brain for lack. Think about the hidden psychology in the very words we use. When you mentally map out a goal for someday and affirm to yourself, "I will be successful," your subconscious mind violently rejects it. To your brain, it hears, "I am not successful now." You're literally affirming your own lack, and because consciousness creates from what you are right now, you end up pushing the goal further and further away. It's kind of like this. Hoping for tomorrow just carries this chaotic, anxious energy. And the ultimate tragedy of tomorrow? It literally never arrives. As long as your desire lives in the future, it stays one step ahead of you. But in the eternal present moment, the now, that is exactly where materialization happens. If you wait, you just create more waiting. All right, Section 1, the power of memory. Visualizing the future is so often riddled with doubt, right? You're hoping, you're trying, you're constantly wondering if it's actually going to happen. But contrast that feeling with a memory. Think about what you did yesterday. You don't hope it happened. You don't feel anxious about it. It carries this calm, unshakable certainty. It's a fact. It's done. This brings us to a radical mental shift called memory creation. We aren't visualizing anymore. We are intentionally building an undeniable past fact in our minds to entirely erase that doubt. You take an event that hasn't even happened yet, and you recall it as history. I want you to actively feel this right now with me. What does it actually feel like to remember eating dinner yesterday? It takes absolutely zero effort to maintain that reality. It simply exists. By giving your desire this specific, unshakable energy, you completely erase the gap between wanting something and having it. Moving on to Section 2, fooling your subconscious. Here's the really mind-bending mechanic at play here. To your subconscious mind, a high-fidelity imagined memory is totally indistinguishable from physical reality. Once it accepts this memory as an unquestionable fact, it goes to work automatically, reorganizing your physical world to match it. Let's look at a real-world example from the source material. There was a woman who was just completely exhausted and frustrated trying to manifest a down payment for a house. She finally stopped visualizing. Instead, she teleported 3 months ahead and simply told herself, "I remember back to the day the money came. I recall how it happened like it was yesterday." The results? Honestly, unbelievable. In just 3 weeks of replacing her anxiety with this calm memory, the exact amount arrived via a totally unexpected early inheritance. It flowed to her almost effortlessly, just waiting for her to accept it as a done deal. We see the exact same pattern with a guy who had literally zero capital to start a business. Instead of charting out this massive path and getting completely overwhelmed, he just teleported 1 year ahead and remembered his thriving business with calm certainty. By looking backward from the finish line, his anxiety vanished. And just 6 months later, because he stopped frantically trying to force a path, the bridge effectively built itself. Investors and clients just started appearing out of thin air to match his subconscious assumption that the business was already a massive success. So let's dive into Section 3, collapsing time. We usually view time as this set of rigid, unbreakable train tracks we're forced to travel down. But that's not what's happening here. Time is actually just consciousness unfolding in sequence. By shifting your mental position, you can bypass the tracks entirely and erase that agonizing gap between your desire and reality. Let's map this out together. Step 1 is present day. Now, most people panic because they try to jump straight to Step 2, which is the exact moment of fulfillment. Don't do that. Instead, you want to teleport to Step 3, one day after the wish is fulfilled. Look backward. Now, Step 2 is just yesterday. It's done. This is literally the ultimate form of detachment. You aren't cutting ties with what you desire. You are completely severing ties with the how. Think about it. When you remember an event from your past, you never agonize over how it happened. You just know it did. When you stop micromanaging the how, the universe is free to deliver your goal through infinite, totally surprising avenues. Let's get practical in Section 4, How to Remember the Future. Here is your exact daily process to pull this off. Step 1. In the morning, take just 2 minutes to teleport to your future and recall your journey like it was yesterday. Step 2. Midday, catch yourself whenever you hope for your goal and instantly shift it into a memory. And finally, Step 3, the absolute linchpin of this whole process. At night, teleport and fall asleep completely enveloped in the calm feeling of the already accomplished memory. For that midday step, I want you to write this exact phrase down and keep it on you. Oh yes, I remember when this happened. That was wonderful. Whenever doubt attacks you during the day, use this to instantly pivot your mind from a desperate I want to a relaxed I remember. And finally, Section 5, the ultimate secret. When you actually do this, you aren't just playing pretend. Past, present, and future are all one in consciousness. You are literally accessing an already existing reality in the quantum field. By remembering the future, you align yourself with the exact dimension where all creation actually takes place. Which leaves us with just one question. What future will you choose to remember tonight? Pick one desire, jump ahead, look back, and claim it as a fact. Test it out and watch the physical world rush to catch up. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep assuming your greatness.